Good afternoon, everybody. This is Angela Beck, and for today's webinar, I currently have the microphone set to mute for everybody as we go through the webinar. And once we come to the end of the webinar, then I will open up the microphone for all users so you can ask any questions that you have about this webinar. And you can also use your little chat window, but we will, once we get to the end of the presentation, then we can address all of those. So for today's webinar, we will be covering IntelliCloud VUE. It is a new web, a hosted version of the Intellivue GX that for a lot of the developmental disability counties that they have running if you're premise. IntelliCloud VUE is a new web version of the feature if you choose to come to be hosted on the IntelliNetics hosted servers. This is where the IntelliCloud VUE is part of. So let's kind of skip on to the next slide. And before we hop in, I just kind of want to mention a few of the upcoming webinars we have coming up in the next following months. In March, we have some more details for some IntelliCloud VUE things regarding how to publish. April, we have some more IntelliCloud VUE and how to help you move to the cloud. And then a few ones that will be coming up after that for some Intellivue specific features. So IntelliCloud VUE. IntelliCloud VUE will help you access your documents securely, anytime, anywhere, and from any computer that has an internet connection. IntelliCloud VUE contains many of the same features as Intellivue GX, plus a few new features. These features that you can do in IntelliCloud VUE from the hosted server, you can search for folders and documents. You can publish documents out of the system. You can add documents. You can add annotations, which would be like our highlight annotation or stamps if you utilize those in Intellivue GX. You can add redactions. You can run inbox searches or those advanced query searches that you've done in Intellivue GX. You can have those run in IntelliCloud VUE. You can also run audit shield policies within IntelliCloud VUE if you have those pre-set up. And we have a new feature called electronic signatures. This allows you to electronically sign documents once they've been added to IntelliCloud VUE, and then it'll put a permanent signature on that document that can't be lifted off. Okay, so let's get to that Cloud VUE demo. I'm gonna hop over. So once you have moved, if you are in our hosted cloud at IntelliNetics, for the website, it's going to be a similar login like you would with Intellivue GX. And when you come in, the first main page that you come to is going to be your search screen. And from here, depending on what you have access to, this is where you can see your different filing cabinets or applications that you would have access to. When you select your application, your index fields are located on the left, and then your search results will be on the right. Your search conditions are going to be exactly as they were within Intellivue GX. You can put in any combination of detail. You can use the drop downs. You can put in specific dates. You can put in names. You can also still use the wildcard search, which is that % symbol. And then your search results will display on the right. And if you have more search results, you have some navigation buttons down here that'll let you page through those results. When you find your folder record, if you click on it, that will take you into the portfolio, and this is going to be your folder view. And here you'll see over here on the left, if you have subfolders for your application, those will be listed on the left. And we can see here in this one, we have, and for this human resources that I'm looking in, I have the administration, benefits, payroll that is specific to this filing cabinet. When you click on a subfolder, you can see all of your documents that are located in that subfolder. If we select that record, it will then take you out to that specific document. And you have some navigation buttons up here where you can navigate through those pages. You have a little menu right here that gives you different document options. So here's your annotation section, your redactions. For pulling documents out of the system, you have the ability to pull the single document, or you can do the entire folder. You have a couple ways of doing that. We have over here on the right a print icon, so you can print out your document, and then you just use your normal print settings. And then you can also use this publish feature up here that allows you to pull those documents out of the system. And depending on your scope, over here on the left, you have the ability to do folder, your subfolder specific, a specific document or specific page. And then if you publish out, and I didn't have anything specifically selected, but if I click here and do and then I'll get my published document, and from here I can then print or download. So a lot of these functions from Intellivue GX have been pulled over into the web feature. You have options where you can add content if you select your subfolder, and then you click this add content button up here. This will give you the ability where you can then navigate out by using this choose file and then locating a document on your computer. You can pull it in, and then your document attributes will be listed below. And then you can fill those out as needed. And then when you click submit, it'll work on adding that document to the system. And then when you reload your web page, then that document will be there. It's taking a little bit of time to process that. So you can right click and reload. You can also do document level searching within IntelliCloud VUE. And then switching over, you have a little menu over here where you can change your search options to your attributes. And then if I scroll further down, my attribute search labels will be listed down here. And now I'm in document level mode. So this is where I can then select those document types or enter in specific document dates or values to search for items. And then my results on the right will be document level. And your column is going to be highlighted to represent which document type you are looking for. And so then if I select one of those entries, it'll then take me straight to that document. So you can still use any of your search combinations over here as well with those document attributes with the wildcard search, doc type. Those will all work the same over here as they do in your Intellivue GX desktop application. Some of the things you can also do is you can add annotations, and those are those highlight annotations. So if I were to come to my menu here and then do my annotations, you have your options here for highlights. You can do the box, you can add your stamp. So you just kind of select your color that you want to do, collapse this, and then anything that you want to do annotate. And then we select our option. Then we can highlight those areas. And then you can also add multiple as you want. And then you just come over and click Save in this annotation section, and you'll get a confirmation. If we click off and then click back onto that document, those annotations will be so if we reload this page, then you'll have those annotations there. You also have the ability to add redactions. And this process is going to be similar to before in Intellivue GX, where you use those PALs, those alternate permissions, to have those with a lower permission to not be able to see those redactions. So a similar process, once I go into edit mode, and then I click my redact button, and then select so I can create my filled box. I can highlight over those areas I want to redact. And then come back here. And once I select my redaction, put in that PAL that I want it to be. And then you'll see the number saved, and then I can save it. You'll get your pop-up. I'll just reload my page. And then you'll have your redactions on your page. Also, some of the other features are the inbox, which is up here. So you have to pre-create all of your inbox or type of advanced searches still in an Intellivue GX capture or Intellivue GX the desktop. But once you have those set up or they work with your inbox, you can come over here to your inbox in IntelliCloud VUE, and then all of your activity searches that you've set up will then display here. And then the name that you give it and the description will be listed. So in this example, if I were to say, whichever one you have listed, if there's a search with documents that are returned, the documents will be listed in your count, and then the scope is going to tell you if it's a document level search or if it's a folder level. Let's see. We have this one here where there's all new applications that need review. We've got 4 documents. So if I click it, it runs that search automatically for you. And then when you click on your record, it will then take you to straight to that document that matches that result. And then once you're here, once that loads, you have some options that if you want to then modify your document attributes, you can do that as well. And then the same is also true for reporting, that with that audit shield where you build those policies if you want to search for missing documents. If I click on reports and then go to my audit shield, this is where I can find my policies that I've created to search for any type of missing documents. So in this one, we have in this consumer files one that if I was missing an ISP form, it'll display a list of consumers that are missing ISP. So if I click that, it's going to run a search. And then this example, it's showing me that I have one consumer that is missing these 3 files that are part of that policy that's created. And from here, you can also, you can copy the results, you can export that search to help with auditing purposes to make sure you have all of those documents that you need. The other feature I want to show is the e-signature. And this will show you how you can add, the e-signature allows you to create a signature based off if you want to freehand that signature, and then you can save it for later. Or you can create a text version of your signature, and you have a series to choose from. And when you're ready to apply that signature, you have a little library. So I'm going to use this one. That when I click here to place my signature when I go to the end of the page, I can select that signature, and then there's also a date option. And so I have the ability, and you can click and you can resize to make those big. So when I'm done and I want to save my signatures, I'll click on Save e-sign document. When I reload my page, it now has, these are permanent, so now I can't lift these documents off of the page. And that was a TIFF image that I did that on. If you do it on a PDF, you'll have the original PDF, and then it'll create a copy of that PDF with a dash and the word signed after it. So then you have the second document that you know that has been signed that is then permanent. So those e-signatures are nice to have if you're wanting to do a lot more things electronically. Okay, so let's pop back to our presentation. And then just recapping everything that we've quick discussed, and I can circle back to these once we get to the Q&A part. But you can do a lot of functionality just like you did, like you can with an IntelliCloud, Intellivue GX desktop application. And now I'm going to open it up for Q&A. Let me get this audio turned off. So, okay, so now if everybody's already connected and your GoToMeeting, it may be muted, where your microphone icon is orange with a line through it. If you uncheck that to unmute yourself, if you have any questions, you can ask through the audio, or there's also a little chat section that you could pop little questions into there if you have some questions about IntelliCloud VUE. And this video that we have from today, I will be providing it. We'll have it on the YouTube that you can access if you want to circle back. And if you want to get more details to have maybe a more personalized, like if you don't have IntelliCloud VUE or you're interested in it, you can always contact Roger Grabner at rgrabner@intellinalytics.com, and he can help you. He can kind of do a more personalized demo of IntelliCloud VUE if you want further details. There we go. Unmute all participants. Okay, there we go. I think I've got it unmuted now. Any questions? Okay, if we don't have any questions about our new product, IntelliCloud VUE, the important thing to remember is that IntelliCloud VUE is for if you're hosted in the IntelliNetics environment. So if you're currently a premise, you definitely want to talk to Roger Grabner about that option if you would like to move to the cloud. And you would be in the IntelliNetics environment. Everything is secure and compliant and encrypted. So he can definitely help you with further details about that if you would like to move to the cloud, or if you're wanting some additional close demos regarding a little bit more details about IntelliCloud VUE. Roger can provide those additional details for you. And so this website will also be up on the IntelliNetics YouTube channel. So if you get a chance, please check that out. We have a couple of our past webinars and other videos out there as well. So check out our YouTube channel. Just search for IntelliNetics, and then you'll be able to see that. So that will end our webinar for today, if there's no current questions. So I hope everybody has a good afternoon, and we look forward to hearing from you if you would like to switch to our IntelliCloud VUE feature.